Tour Part 4, G.АКТАУ, final city on Ramadan Tour. I don't want to say favorite, but G.АКТАУ was really, really cool. First, the travel was nice because we drove everywhere else and we flew to G.АКТАУ. So it was only a 50-minute flight. Staying in G.АКТАУ, we got to go to the VIP part of the airport, which was really cool. So we had some drinks at the airport, and then it was just a real short flight. Once we got to the airport in G.АКТАУ, it was maybe like a 40-minute trip into the city. And on our way into the city, we saw camels running through the desert, which was I've never seen that before, so it was pretty cool for me. And then getting into the city, we came up on the Caspian Sea. And I'm a big fan of beaches, so like seeing the sun, the nice weather, the brand new city, basically, like really cool buildings, everything was different. And then getting into the city, we got into the hotel, really nice hotel. And some of the things that stood out about G.АКТАУ, besides of course the Caspian Sea, the beautiful weather, G.АКTAU held the most people for any spot in the seminar. A lot of the people rode 6 to 7 hours on trains, buses, or came in cars with their parents just to be at that seminar, which for me is amazing. At this point in my life, I don't know if I would ride 6 or 7 hours to go train jiu-jitsu, but these students did that, and the spirit in G.АКТAU was absolutely amazing. Everyone at the seminars was so full of energy, so high-spirited. When we were training, we had like a lot of motivational stuff. We go, Kazakhstan, and everybody yelled Kazakhstan, and we did this a lot. And to watch the separation, because we had adults and we also had a lot of children. And to watch the separation and watch the children who had no ego about jiu-jitsu. They came in every day and they just trained, and they were just so good at jiu-jitsu. And I'm watching these 9, 10-year-old kids train jiu-jitsu, and I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, these kids are better than me at jiu-jitsu, Their technique is flawless. Their love for the game is to be admired. And the adults were really, really focused, which was cool to see. We had a lack of translation in G.АКТAU, but it didn't seem to matter. Everyone was really paid attention, and we were able to communicate through the universal language of jiu-jitsu, which was nice. Some of the fun parts for me were obviously the Caspian Sea. Got to hang out with Darren and old Joss, which was cool. Neither of them speak English, but we still had fun. We had a great time, Like, you don't need English to go jump in the water and have a good time. And you don't need English to do jiu-jitsu, which I really learned on this trip. And just really good time.
Kazakhstan, top team! Aye.
Also, different community kind of in G.АКТAU. I know it's Ramadan Tour, so a lot of people are fasting, and it's very hard to train when you can't drink water and you can't eat food all day. And so sorry for me, but like I wasn't really sympathetic to that because we only had 1 week, so we're here to train, and this is our very short time together. So I really didn't cut anybody any slack, and nobody complained, not even once. Everybody just trained jiu-jitsu, ate it up, loved it every second, and I could tell they were tired, but nobody complained about it. So, and that just goes again to speak to the warrior spirit of Kazakhstan. And above all that, also It's in oil communities, so there were a lot of expats and a lot of people that did speak English outside of the gym. So I went out to dinner a couple times, had some really good hosts in G.АКТАУ that took me out to some English-speaking pubs where I got to meet a lot of people and some of the locals, and I even got a chance to go back to the locals' house where we had a good night, kind of talked, and they told me about the city, and I made a lot of friends in G.АКТАУ, and so honestly it was the highlight of my trip. Really loved being in G.АКТАУ. You know, a lot of people ask me, how good do you think I am? When do you think I deserve my next belt? And for me, this is the most annoying question in the world, because I don't think you should be worried about that. I don't think that at all. Jiu-jitsu is its own reward, and to be good at jiu-jitsu is to be good at life, because if you want to wrestle every day, you want to come to the gym and train with your peers, then you have to have a good attitude. You can't come to the gym and have a bad attitude, because people aren't going to accept you. You're going to get pushed outside of the gym. Everyone in G.АКТАУ came to train, you know, and they've been training for years without high-level instruction. You know, they look online, they YouTube, stuff like this, and they do it for the love of the game. You know, they didn't ask every day, like, how good do you think I am? No, not at all. They just love jiu-jitsu. They came, and it was fun for me to be able to say, hey, look, this is your hard work. It should be recognized. You guys have done well, you know, and I hope everyone keeps that spirit. And that's kind of one of the things that I told them, was that I think white belt is the best belt, you know, because as white belt, you come in every day and you just think, like, I'm not trying to win. I know that, you know, I'm probably going to get tapped out. I know, you know, I'm not the best at this, but every day white belt comes in and just says, hey, I want to learn. I want to learn a new move today. I want to be better today than I was yesterday. And so I told them, you know, I hope that every day now you have blue belt, someday you get purple belt. If you stick with it, the goal, you know, you're going to get a black belt. But I hope even when you get your black belt that you come in as a white belt and say, today, I just want to learn. I don't care if I get tapped out. I don't care, you know, who's better. I just want to be the best that I can be. And I think that's the spirit that I really saw in G.АКТАУ, which was super cool for me. Great experience. As far as promotions go, there were so many I can't even really count. But I would say like around 10 promotions to blue belt. And again, it's so cool, right? There's 10 promotions. I was only there for a week, so really this is not me. This is not my seminar that accounts for these promotions. It's the years of training that these guys have put in with no promotions, absolutely no promotions at all. They did this work for nothing, for no reward other than that they love jiu-jitsu. And there were some professional MMA fighters there, professional wrestlers, professional judo, and these guys train jiu-jitsu for nothing.
Biz Beyнеу ауданынан келдік. Мына семинар ұйымдастырушыларға үлкен рахмет, Алла разы болсын. Өте жақсы, біраз тәжірибелер болып отыр бізге. Яғни жақсы үздік әдістер көрсетіп жатыр. Ұйымдастырушыларға үлкен рахмет. Біз енді алдағы уақытта осы алған тәжірибемізді осы ауданымызға барып дамытамыз, және Қазақстаннан үздік осы Бразилия джиу-джитсудан, грепплингтен чемпиондар шығаруға жұмыстанамыз, немесе соған ықпал жасаймыз. Иншалла бұйырса бізде Қазақстанда Бразилия джиу-джитсудан чемпиондар көп болады. Оған сіздерді сендіре аламын. Бұйырса осы алған нәрсені біз жыл бойы қайталайтын боламыз.
АКТАУ қаласында өтіп жатырған мына семинарымыз, Найза Файтер клубында өтіп жатқан семинарымыз өте қазір жақсы деңгейде өтіп жатыр. Біздер өте жақсы әсерде болып отыр қазір негізі оқушыларымыз, балаларымыз. Бізге мына американдық келген қонағымыз өзі шебер, осы бразилиялық джиу-джитсудан шебер өзінің сабақтарын, жаттығуларын бізге көрсетіп үйретіп, жақсы нәтиже алып отырық негізі. Жаман емес. Рахмет, Алла разы болсын барлығыңызға.
На протяжении недели на территории Мангистауской области в городе г.АКТАУ проходил семинар по бразильскому джиу-джитсу. Семинар возглавлял черный пояс по бразильскому джиу-джитсу, поданный американский гражданин Адам Фокс. Профессионал высокого класса, показал очень много техники по бразильскому джиу-джитсу. Около 200 спортсменов со всей территории Мангистауской области посетили этот семинар, в том числе Узень, Жанаузень, Бейнеу и другие районы, а также самого города г.АКТАУ. Семинар проходил в спортивном комплексе Батыр, в зале Найза. Все прошло на высшем уровне. Хотел бы поблагодарить Федерацию бразильского джиу-джитсу и грепплинга Казахстана, а именно Тулигена Кумарова, за предоставленную возможность вообще привести сюда, показать нашим жителям, сделать такую возможность бесплатно провести семинар. Также хотел поблагодарить местных предпринимателей. Это гостиница «Жана-отель». Это частые наши партнеры, постоянно помогают нам на мероприятиях. Ресторан «Берекет». Очень отзывчивые и порядочные люди. Хотел бы поблагодарить акимат области, управление физической культуры и спорта. На протяжении всех этих дней проходил семинар, по результатам которых черный пояс по бразильскому джиу-джитсу Адам Фокс вручил синие пояса жителям нашего города и области. В том числе это Абдурахманов Мурат, Абилов Азамат, Хазиев Руслан, Хайранов Женгис, Абдыров Ералы и Харабалаев Набек. То есть я всем, кто участвовал, всем, кто способствовал, всем большое-большое спасибо. Данный вклад, я так думаю, оценим. Дети это оценили, пришли, заинтересовались. В будущем планируем и уже обязательно начнем развивать этот вид спорта на нашей территории. В честь этого до приезда черного пояса в нашу область мы провели собрание, где изъявили многие федерации смешанных единоборств, изъявили желание объединиться, создать ассоциацию и в дальнейшем открыть центр единоборств на территории Мангистауской области, что подразумевает определенную качественную продолжительную работу в области ММА, бразильского джиу-джитсу, грепплинга и смешанных единоборств Мангистауской области.